morning. It is a Thursday morning. It's January 24th already. Oh, boy. This is WGTV Today. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Thursday morning.
Oh, Kim, it's cold.
It's very cold.
You know, as I was leaving the house yesterday morning, I noticed it was 19, and I didn't want to mention anything about it because I was hoping it would get warmer, but it didn't get warm at all.
No,
yesterday.
It didn't. It was cold all day long.
So it's still cold today, but you know, I was looking over the weather forecast for the Wayne County area today. We're going to hit a high of about 42 today, and it's slowly going to get warmer tomorrow, but we do have a chance. No, it's not. It's going to be at 35 Friday. About 35 degrees.
Cold.
But we have a chance of rain, see, mixed with
mixed stuff.
Yeah, mixed stuff. We could have some freezing rain. We could have a little bit of sleet. We could have a little bit of snow, actually. But then they're calling for it to change over to rain tomorrow evening, and I don't know how that's going to work because it's still going to be below freezing.
I know, so we have to be very careful driving because you never know when it's going to freeze over, especially your bridges and overpasses.
That's right. So just use extreme caution, use common sense.
That's right. You know, last weekend they said we were going to have all this stuff too, and we didn't get so much. Yeah. Some areas did get a little.
Got a little bit of a dusting or something, but we didn't get anything.
We did not.
But this weekend's going to be nice. Saturday's high around 40, Sunday's high in the upper 30s, but sunny, so it's really going to be nice. So, and then next week it'll warm up a little bit closer to seasonal averages.
That's right. Well, on today's show, Wayne.
Yes, we have Tim Rogers, who's the director of the Wayne County Solid Waste Department. Also on today's show, you spoke with Sherry Archibald.
I did. I had a nice conversation at the Paramount Theater with Sherry Archibald about great things that are going to be happening in the next couple weekends, but specifically this weekend. We've got some details coming up soon.
Also today we'll be talking or hearing from DAVIN MADDEN, and DAVIN is the Wayne County Health Department.
He's the director there, right?
He is the director there at the Wayne County Health Department. He's the man.
He is the man.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, my goodness. That's right. There's, don't want to forget, it's coming up soon, Saturday, February the 2nd. Boy Scout Troop 258 is having a pancake breakfast, Wayne. Pancake breakfast, and it's going to be taking place at Pine Forest United Methodist Church. $5 all you can eat. If you eat in, or you can do a takeout. Let's see. The email address, if you have questions, is troop258rosewood.weebly, WEEBLY.com. troop258rosewood.weebly.com.
Weebly.
Don't know what that stands for. But that is Saturday, February the 2nd, 8 a.m.
Okay. There you go.
That's right.
All right. All right. I love pancake breakfasts.
I do too.
Breakfasts. How do you...
We love to go to a pancake breakfast.
Yeah.
Period.
All right. Okay, today, January 24th, there was a guy by the name of James Marshall, Jimmy, the big J, who on this day in 1848 discovered a gold nugget at Sutter's Mill in Northern California, a discovery that led to the gold rush of '49. And what happened immediately after they had the gold rush is that they immediately started a football team.
Of course they did.
Over in San Francisco there. But, and, you know.
San Francisco 49ers.
That's it, and they're in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
You know, they and the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. Anyway, that was on this day a long time ago.
Well, who's having a birthday?
I'm glad you asked.
I figured you might.
Ray Stevens, one of my favorite entertainers there. He is was born in Clarksdale, Georgia, 73 years ago today. Possibly the only musician proficient in every known modern musical instrument. The biggest hits by Mr. Stevens has been, of course, Everything is Beautiful, which is a beautiful song, and The Streak.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows The Streak, but he has a portfolio just that's enormous. He has written so many songs.
And he doesn't even read music, right?
That's what I understand.
That's what I hear. He doesn't read music.
He doesn't read music. He plays by ear.
Yes, he does. Leave that alone.
Okay.
Who else's birthday?
Another one of my favorites is Neil Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Having a birthday today. And that's his real name,
he's written some great music.
Oh, he has. He has. Songs sung. Well, I won't even get into them. But he is quite a talent as well. And on this day, 1957, Diamond is 71.
He's 71 years
Neil
old.
Diamond is 71 today. And on this day, 1957, Elvis Presley went into the studio and recorded Teddy Bear.
I don't remember that one. You going to sing me a little song?
No.
No, okay.
Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear.
Okay.
That's all I know. That's all I'm going to sing to you. Anyway.
Is that all the birthdays today?
That's all the birthdays so far.
All right,
yeah.
well, don't forget, I told you earlier, we got to remind everybody again to stop your belly aching, Wayne.
Huh?
It may be more than indigestion.
Oh, really?
It may be, and if you'd like to find out more about it, Thursday, January 24th, which is today, this evening at 6 p.m. at Wayne Memorial Hospital in their auditorium, Stuart Futch is an MD. He's a gastroenterologist who utilizes the area's most advanced technologies to help patients suffering from a wide variety of digestive issues. Join him tonight to learn how together you can take control of your digestive health. Registration is required, though, so you need to call today at 919-731-6299 if you would like to go tonight to hear what he's got to say about belly aching.
I got to hand it to you.
What's that?
That took a lot of guts.
It's so funny.
Okay. All right. Way to go there, Kim. Let's see what else we have here. Got, on a serious note,
Yes.
The Wall That Heals is coming to Wayne County.
Oh, yes.
Now, we're going to talk about that, let you know about what's going to happen here, but we'll be talking more about it later on. In April, The Wall That Heals, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, is scheduled to arrive in Goldsboro under escort from several people, the Guardian Brotherhood, the Patriot Guard, the VFW Motorcycle Club, American Legion Riders, Ghost Riders, and the Sheriff's Office. And this will be on Tuesday, April 16th. And the closer we get to that date, the more you're going to hear about that. The Wall That Heals is coming to Goldsboro. We'll
And
tell you
maybe
about
we
it.
can go out and do some videoing about the wall.
Plan on doing
That'd
that.
be great.
Okay.
Well, Wayne, before we go and hear what Tim Rogers has to say about the solid waste here in Goldsboro, we need to say a big congratulations and a big thank you to both the city and the county employees. Yes, they do. Those that participated in the American Red Cross friendly competition between the county and the city.
Yeah.
We want to say thank you very much. Truly, we had quite a few people, over 90, come out and try to give blood. We ended up getting, 77 units?
77 units total.
That's right.
That's
and
wonderful.
we had, I think it was 33 from the county and 42 or
44.
44 from the city.
Not that I remember.
Of course not. So, guess what?
What?
The city won. Yay, city employees.
All right. Stop. No, that's wonderful, and congratulations to you there.
Yeah.
But,
But congratulations to everybody, because seriously, 77, how many lives does that save, Wayne?
That's
Potentially?
231 people will benefit from the blood we
That's
gave.
exactly right.
That was wonderful.
That's
That was
right.
wonderful.
So thank you. And you know what? This may become an annual event, and maybe we'll have some surprises to kind of go along with that to
I
make
hope
it
so.
even more interesting.
Yeah, I hope so. That was wonderful. And again, congratulations, and thank you so much for participating in the blood
Oh, yes.
drive. And I do hope we do make this
Oh, yeah, I think
an
it'll be
annual
fun.
event. Yeah, it will be. Will be. Wait till next year.
That's right.
All right. Wayne County Reads has selected their book. It is entitled Bless Me Ultima. And we'll tell you more about that a little later on. And there's a whole
Yes.
bunch of stuff that'll be
A lot of
going on
things
there.
happening. That's
A lot
right.
of things happening.
Well, Wayne, let's hear what Tim Rogers has to say with the solid waste.
Let's do that. Here's Tim. Today we're talking with Tim Rogers. Tim is the director of the Wayne County Solid Waste. How are you, sir?
Good, Wayne.
Solid Waste Department, what does that mean?
Well, we take care of any of the waste needs Wayne County has, whether it be municipal solid waste, which is your household trash, or industrial waste, or we also take care of the construction and demolition waste of Wayne County. We also run a C&D landfill, which is construction and demolition. We also operate 13 convenience centers, and we haul all the recyclables from our convenience centers as well.
All right, now, I haven't been to all the convenience centers, but wow, man, they are fantastic.
They are.
The one I live closest to is the Mitchell Road site.
Mm-hmm.
And are they all pretty much the same as far as what's offered?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's right.
pretty much the same. We do have a few sites that offer electronics pickup, and not all our sites have metal bins, so you can discard your old metal grills or whatever.
Lawnmowers and that sort of thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
If the site is large enough, we can do that. We do,
Yeah.
because we want to make it as convenient for the citizens as possible. And we have expanded in the last few years and added some of those. Some of our sites, unfortunately, are the size of them won't allow us to do that. But when we can, we try to go ahead and add that to save the citizens from having to drive. Well, initially it was drive to the landfill. That was the only place we accepted metal. And white goods, which is your washers, dryers, refrigerators. We started out with a few sites, put some boxes out there, and the response was really good. And it took a while to get them all converted over to have the metal boxes. But like I said, when we can, we've done that. And I think that's been a big help, you know, to have them out there. It's obviously you get a lot more of it where it needs to be, which is with us, where we can dispose of it properly, versus you know, beside the road or in the woods.
Now they all have newspaper, bottles, glass, and cans.
Yeah, any of your traditional recycled materials at any convenience center.
And there's 13 of them here in Wayne County.
There is.
Plus, or that includes, of course, the main landfill area.
That's right.
There's a recycling area there at the landfill.
There is. Right. There is. We have a metal area there, which used to be our main metal area, which we've had for years. We've recently expanded that, and we have created an area where the public can go up top, throw into a box, versus driving down on the landfill, which is, there's a safety issues there, driving down. You know, we have a lot of large equipment. Right. You know, a lot of the large haul trucks, people were getting lost. You know, because if you've not been to the landfill, the area is pretty large, and it's easy to get lost. I mean, it is, and we had some issues with that as well. So we felt like that would be the thing to do, to go ahead and build one of those sites, and that keeps people from having to go down there, and it's been great.
It's a really nice site. It's very neat. It's well laid out, and it's just outside the main entrance or the main gate to the landfill area.
That's right.
So so it's just like driving to any convenience center. You can go to the main landfill and use that site to take just about anything.
Take just about anything.
Now, and something I noticed the last time we were out there, I noticed that there's an area that you can take old paint. Is that still there?
It is. We have an area where we can accept old paint. We have a household hazardous waste day each year, and we normally try to get it on the website and get the word out. Probably come talk with you at that time.
Right.
And we'll get a vendor depending on who's the lowest bid that year, and they'll come in and help us dispose of it.
Okay. Now, can you bring the paint in at any time and leave it there, or do you?
If it is a small amount, you know, but we try not to take a large amount of it. Yeah. We don't want to keep a whole lot of it on site. Yeah. We try to go ahead and get rid of it when we get it for liability reasons. But if you've got a can, half a can of paint, and you want to bring it in, yeah, we'll let you leave it there.
All right. 100 gallons is a bit much.
Right, right. But when we have a household hazardous waste day, I mean, you know, we get a lot on that day.
Do you have any idea? Have you set a date for the household hazardous waste day yet?
We have not set one for this year yet.
Okay. But do you do it twice a year or once?
Do it
a year?
once a year.
Once a year. Okay. All right. Now what about the household waste disposal? That would include pesticides. Does that include pesticides? We
do accept pesticide and herbicide. That's actually the North Carolina Department of Agriculture runs that part of it. They handle that part of it. They've got a container there, and we collect that for them. But they actually take care of the disposal of that.
Oh, they do.
So they help us with that.
Right. There's a lot of different departments and people involved with landfill and with recycling.
That's right.
And while you're the director, there's a lot of things happening.
Yes, there is. Sure is.
People just, you just don't take trash out and throw it out there. There's
no, you don't.
A lot of things that are done.
No, you don't. Obviously, I'm sure everybody knows that if you run a landfill in North Carolina or in the country now, but it has to be a line landfill. And
now that means there's a what? A plastic sheet?
That's right. There's a synthetic liner that goes underneath 2 foot of soil, which contains any liquids that may leach out of the trash.
And that's an environmental concern.
That's exactly right. And we pump it to our wastewater treatment plant here at Goldsboro, and they treat it for us. That's obviously an expensive process. The last sale was about $4 million. So, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot involved.
$4 million?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's to treat. Is it to treat? Did you say?
Well,
Water?
the reason for putting the liner in there is so it can be treated and not, get into the groundwater.
Okay.
So that's the reason we do that. But obviously increase the cost, a lot. I mean, 22-acre sale,
It's going to be a lot of.
Yes, a lot of I think there was something like 90,000 square foot of piping in there.
Wow.
Just to collect all that.
All the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or
yeah.
no, it's not water.
Well, it's not. Yeah,
it becomes water.
That's right. That's right.
But at the same time, you're able to offset part of the cost of the landfill. Is that right?
We are. We were lucky enough to partner up with a British company, actually, Methane Power, and they came in and put 3 generators in. Yeah. They're 1 megawatt apiece, so 3 megawatts of power we're producing.
Right.
And that's all powered. The generators are powered by our methane gas. That was something we have produced for 40 years, but just never utilized. In 2001, the state mandated that we had to put a gas system in. Well, how we were destroying the gas is we were burning it. We had a big candle flare out there.
Methane gas.
Methane gas, right. And we burn it all the time.
Right.
And this company came in and they said, "Hey, I think we can utilize that and actually create some power with it." So it worked out. We got the deal done. They've got the generators in. We've been running for about 2 years now. And really tickled with that.
That's fantastic. Now, so you're actually taking the methane gas from the landfill, and it is converted and is actually being used to power 3 generators.
That's right.
And you're creating electric power with this.
That's right. Enough to power 2,900 homes was their estimate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what happens to that electricity?
It's they have a line that runs it right to the substation for CP&L.
Is that right? And so that power is used to help power some of the.
That's right. It goes to the grid, and it's but yeah, and they actually have a 4th generator on order. So hopefully we'll get that in, and we can get 4 going, which would be even better. So
is this a common occurrence across the country? I know everyone's all environmentally concerned about everything now, but. How are we unique in that regard, or is it going on elsewhere?
There's a few. There's a few in the state. There's none just like ours though. Our wells are a little different. We're pulling a lot more gas than the traditional wells that most people have. So we're getting a lot more gas out, which is good. I mean, you want to get every bit you can out of there. It helps relieve the pressure in the landfill. Pressure in a landfill when you've got it capped with clay is an issue, because although you want to catch that water or leachate that's in that trash, if there's a lot of pressure in there, it wants to push it out. It doesn't want to make it to the bottom where it can be pulled out with the leachate system. So by them putting those in, we've noticed the pressure on the landfill is way down, which helps us in that regard too, because obviously you can't have that. So it was something we were constantly fighting with to try to keep it contained, and but we really don't have any issue with that anymore. So that was kind of a side benefit. We didn't really see it helping us as much as it has, but it's really been a big benefit to us operationally.
Now, the last time Barbara and I were out at the landfill, we saw these. And this is fascinating to me. These, I forget what you call them, the tiger, or what were those wells out there?
Spider wells.
Spider wells, not tiger wells. Spider wells. I got my animals all mixed up here. Spider wells. Tell me about what they are.
Well, I was mentioning a traditional well would be pretty much just like a water well.
Right.
It's just a piece of pipe in the ground. It's got some holes in the bottom, rock around it. And as the methane would make it to the well, we had a huge vacuum pump pull it out.
Right.
Of course, you've got one well here and another one 400 feet away. So you were missing a lot of areas. So what they did, they came in and instead of putting a vertical well, they actually put horizontal wells in. And
Running across
that well
instead of
has,
straight down.
that's right. It runs across, there's 8 legs on this well. Hence the name spider well.
Spot.
It's 8 legs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, they're running out maybe 200 feet in every direction, so it's pretty much pulling every bit of the gas that can be pulled out of that landfill. They're getting it. So,
Okay.
and that's great. We want them to do that.
Yeah. Wow. And how about that? Is that how many other counties across the country are using that particular? Do you have any idea?
Nobody in the country are using these.
No, nobody.
We're the first landfill to have them. I'm sure that obviously, we'll see some more in the future, but we feel we're very fortunate that they were able to come in and that process worked out as well as it did. It's helped us out, and we get a portion of the revenue, the power they sell. So it's beneficial to us for them to, if they can put another 4 or 5 generators on, that would be great. That would be help offset the cost of operating the landfill. So.
Well, that's fantastic. So, so we have revenue coming in from that.
Mm-hmm.
There is some expense involved with the water leaching, and then going over to the water treatment plant.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also utilizing greatly, I must say, the environmental concerns for recycling.
That's right.
There's a lot of recycling going on here.
There's a lot of recycling, and of course I mentioned the cost of the sales.
Right.
and what they cost each county to put in. So obviously we don't want to put anything in that sale that doesn't have to go in there.
Right.
And that's the reason we run a C&D or construction demolition landfill. Anything that we can put in that landfill which is unlined, we do that. But especially if there's anything we can recycle, then we definitely don't want to put it in our landfill. We want it to last as long as possible. And we have been able to, in the past, we've been able to take a 5-year sale and stay in it for 7.5 to 8 years. So naturally, that's a lot better for the county, a lot more cost effective, saves you from having to build another sale as quick. Some of that's recycling, some of it is operating techniques have improved, the machinery have improved over the years. We're real proud of that, and I must say I have to contribute that to the staff out there. We have great people out there, from the management staff to the employees, our truck drivers, equipment operators, mechanics, office staff. Everybody keeps that. That's true. Keeps that going. And
I was going to bring that up. That you do indeed have an amazing staff there. They're just fantastic people, and they're great employees of Wayne County, and they do a great job. But they're always looking out for new ways to do things and new ways to improve.
They are, and I think their attitude towards the public, whether it be at the convenience centers, which I want to commend all our convenience site workers to assist the public the way they do. But I think everybody has the right attitude and why we're there. And I'm really proud of everybody that's out there.
Well, I'll tell you, every time I either call or go out there, everybody is extremely nice. They're polite and they're knowledgeable. They know what they're doing, and they're very helpful and willing to help.
Well, I appreciate that, Wayne.
That's not only at the landfill, but also at the convenience sites as well. Tim, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you coming by and talking with us today, and it's obvious that Wayne County is on the cutting edge. We're leading the pack, if you will, and
I believe we are.
We're at the forefront. Well, we are. It's obvious to me. So keep up the good work.
All
I
right.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Tim
Wayne.
Rogers is the director of the Solid Waste Department here in Wayne County.
And I believe we learned all kinds of goodies.
We did learn all kinds of goodies, and there's a lot of things that can be recycled that you don't even think about.
That's right. Have you got some tidbits to tell us?
In fact, I do.
Thought you might.
This is aside from the usual stuff,
Right.
recycling bottles and paper and all that.
You're going to tell us some unusual things.
Soap.
What?
Soap.
Recycle soap?
Recycle soap. Not all hotels, you see, throw out the half-used soap you left in the shower.
Oh, my.
It seems that some actually recycle that soap, sending it to a company called Clean the World. There, the soap is soaked in a sanitizing solution, treated to a steam bath, and then actually tested for infections. And once it is deemed safe, the soap is distributed to less fortunate people around the world.
Oh, okay.
Stop stealing soap out of hotels, I guess, is the suggestion. Not that you ever do that.
Of course not.
No, of course, as you made the point when we were talking a little while ago.
Yeah, when you pay for those very expensive
Sure,
rooms, I
sure.
believe you can take your bar of soap that you
Sure, I
paid for
would
with
think
you.
It's almost expected.
And your shampoo and
the
conditioner.
shampoo, but not the ashtrays.
Or the towels.
Or the towels or the washcloth.
Can't take that.
But also something to think about here is recycling Grandpa's dentures. I'm not kidding. Grandpa's chocolates may hold up to $25 worth of recyclable materials, including gold and silver and palladium. The Japan Denture Recycling Association collects false teeth, removes the metals, recycles the metals, and then discards the rest of the denture, which is illegal to use anyway, reuse. The program donates all of its earnings to UNICEF and has given UNICEF over $400,000.
400,000?
Almost $500,000. Yeah,
Wow.
just all that from Grandpa's dentures.
Who would have known?
Who would have thunk? Yeah.
Wow. Well, Wayne, if you're interested in cutting your grocery bill in half,
Yeah.
we have got somebody who's coming to Goldsboro to give us some tidbits.
Okay.
At the Wayne County Public Library this Saturday
Yes.
from 1:30 till 3:30.
Yes, yes.
There's a smart spending workshop. You call the Children's Department at the Wayne County Public Library for more information about this program. The number is 735-1824, extension 2. 735-1824, extension 2.
Boy, you had too many numbers.
I know, that was getting you, wasn't it?
Say it again.
735-1824,
Right.
extension 2.
Got it.
Smart spending workshop this Saturday.
Okay. All right. Great. Also coming up, if you are a middle school student or if you have a middle school student in your household, that middle school student is invited to the Friends of the 4-H lock-in that's coming up to Goldsboro Family Y. That's coming up on the soon. I think it's soon.
It is soon. I just can't remember the date.
I can't either. But anyway, it's coming up soon. If you want information about that, you can check with the students or with the Friends of the 4-H. And you can get through to those folks by calling over to the Cooperative Extension Service or call the Goldsboro Family Y. Middle school students, Friends of the 4-H, it's a lock-in coming up soon.
Well, Wayne, are you a biker? like a bicycler?
Oh yeah, I'm more of a biker than I'm a bicycler. I do bike, and I used to bike.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
long time
we
ago.
now are having trails being worked on and organized here in our community so people can
great.
go out and ride bikes.
Well, that's great.
And this weekend, actually this Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, and it'll last until 12, there's a group that is asking for volunteers to come and help and assist with a manicuring of a bike trail and sprucing it up. The appearance of the Stony Creek Trail is coming together this weekend behind Ash Street. Let's see, where does it go? It's on the corner of Durant and is it Peachtree?
Yeah.
Durant and Peachtree is where they're meeting. It's behind the Lantern Inn restaurant. They're looking for volunteers to come help them spruce up the trail.
And I remember that because I remember when Mark Wilson was telling us about that, where it was.
They're asking you to bring your clippers and your gloves. They're going to provide T-shirts and water for all the volunteers that come out and help work on this trail. It's called Stony Creek Trail Fix-Up Day this Saturday morning.
Bring your clippers.
Bring your clippers and you will get a T-shirt and some water.
Clippers.
Like clippers.
Oh, clippers.
Clippers.
Not like clippers.
Not hair clippers.
Oh,
clippers like
clippers.
you would
I got
clip
it.
branches.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Get that straight, Wayne.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, it is Thursday the 24th,
Yes,
and
it is.
interesting weather tomorrow. And again, we'll remind you, we could have some inclement weather as far as some sort of frozen precipitation tomorrow. So please use common sense as you travel about the area. And for goodness sake, make sure, regardless of what kind of weather we're having, make sure you're wearing your seatbelt when you're out traveling around.
Absolutely. Do you like to shag? There is a shag club here in Goldsboro.
Really?
Yes, it's the Shag Club, and they are teaching people how to shag. There's a winter shag party Saturday, this Saturday once again, January 26th, 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Cost is $5 for members of the Shag Club, $7 for non-members. It's taking place at the Goldsboro Elk Club, 105 East Chestnut Street here in Goldsboro. The Sugarfoot Shag Club will have its winter shag party. DJ is Stacy Overman. For more information, contact Shirley Weaver at 919-922-9110. That is at Goldsboro Elks Club this Saturday, 7:30 p.m.
Well, for one, I love all kinds of music, but I enjoy
Beach music is great,
very
isn't it?
much. I love beach music. All right. What else do we have here? We've got coming up. Ah, yes. You spoke with Sherry.
I did. I spoke with Sherry Archibald. I actually went over to the Paramount Theater and talked with her there about some activities happening this weekend, so stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Sherry Archibald with the Paramount Theater, and I have a guest with me that's very familiar to you viewers at WGTV. Miss Kim Best is here with me wearing a different hat today.
We have to do that, don't we, Sherry?
Yes, we do. And I know that you are leading the efforts for a performance that we have coming up soon. So thank you for being here on
Absolutely.
WGTV once again.
Welcome.
So thanks for coming, because we're going to talk about the Miss Goldsboro pageant, which you are executive director of.
Right.
This is your second year in a row, correct?
Yes, it is my second year. It's been an interesting journey. We have so much community support. I can only say thank you over and over because it is well deserved. We've had
Good.
such a huge amount of response of people coming in wanting to sponsor, be a part of, buy tickets and come to the show, and the list goes on and on. So we do appreciate your help and your sponsorship.
Well, we do have a very generous community, and so
Absolutely.
I'm certain that we do have a lot of sponsors that are helping to support this effort. And you have a lot of very talented competition going on too,
It's
don't you?
going to be a tough one. I would
Good.
hate to be a judge sitting there. I can tell you, even though they're certified and they have, the judges with the Miss North Carolina system do have to go through a rigorous process to become different levels of judges in the Miss North Carolina system, from a novice, which is from your community, which means it's somebody who has no experience whatsoever, that knows none of the girls, and then you go up and you have a level 1, level 2, and the list goes on up to a chief judge. So it all depends on your level of experience and expertise. So even with that being said, all those judges are sitting there, and we have 5 extremely talented ladies that are vying for the title of Miss Goldsboro 2013.
Wonderful. And then, of course, they would go on to
The
for the title
one
of
who
Miss
is
North
awarded,
Carolina.
that's right, the one who is crowned Miss North Carolina 2013 will actually go on, and this summer in June will compete for the title of Miss North Carolina. And
Very
of
good.
course, whoever wins that goes on to Miss America, just like we've just seen recently.
And of course, the event is January the 26th of 2013, so it's coming right up.
That's right.
And you can purchase your tickets. You can go to the website, actually, MissGoldsboro.com.
That's right. That's the easiest way. Go to MissGoldsboro.com, and within the first line or two on the welcome page, right there on the home page, it tells you where you can, who you can call, what email you can go to. It makes life much easier. I just figured it would be easier for people to remember MissGoldsboro.com.
And from what I have seen the last several years, you guys every year do something a little extraordinary. So there's always a surprise.
That's right. We put on
what
a
can we
mighty
expect?
special
Anything
production.
that you can share?
Well, we've got to kind of keep, the whole night a little mysterious. I will tell you, it is called Glitz, Glamour, and Goldsboro. So it'll be very
fun.
glitzy this year, very glamorous. We have huge production numbers that the girls participate in. And, we don't just have the 5 ladies that are competing for that one title. We also have 6 ladies that are competing for the title of Outstanding Teen Miss Goldsboro. And that young lady's between the ages of 13 and 17, and she'll also go to the state level and compete in North Carolina's Outstanding Teen.
Which is a wonderful mentoring program.
That's
for
exactly what
them.
it's meant for, is for these young ladies to have some time on the stage to go through the same process, but at a younger level, and then they can see, is this something I'd like to try to attain as I age and as I grow?
How long has that been going on? Because it's such
That's
a
not that
wonderful
old.
idea.
The program is only a little over 7 years old.
Okay. Okay.
And they have nationals as well. They're in Orlando, Florida.
Wow.
And the girl wins a tremendous amount of scholarship money.
Wow.
So, oh, yes.
Really getting them ready to go.
That's exactly
wonderful.
right. Well, all the funds that these girls are awarded is not just prize money. This is scholarship money. That is what they get. Every one of these girls that participates, and the girl that is crowned Miss Goldsboro and Goldsboro's Outstanding Teen will be awarded scholarship money, which helps them further their education. So, you know, there's so many different things I can say about this process. Going through it from every side now. I've been through it, you know, as a parent. I've been through it now as a director. I've been through it as a judge. So I understand the entire process. And the one thing that I can say is that our community has some fantastic young ladies. We have community support. We have parent support. And we have girls that are committed to this. They're committed to once they're crowned, they're coming in this community and they're going to be all over. They'll be participating in speaking engagements, whether it's a civic organization or whether it's in schools. Festivals, and the list goes on and on. They will be seen and heard, and they want to be a mentor for younger children and younger ladies.
Well, let me ask about this, Kim. You guys are scheduled to go in January, but you're also coming back in November to do the Miss Goldsboro pageant. Why will there be another date, and what will you be doing in preparing for this for the next year?
The reason that we've changed the date, it has been for the past few years, it's been right after the Christmas holidays, either in January or February. What I've found going through this process as a parent of Miss North Carolina is that you need, or we need, more quality time preparing our girl in our community to walk on that Miss North Carolina stage.
Okay.
The more months you have before that competition in June, the better your girl, number one, knows her community, knows her community service platform, and has more time to dig deep and experience that community support program. But when she gets to Miss North Carolina, she's ready. She's better prepared. Right now, with us being in January, we don't have as much time to get our girl
well, it's
ready.
the end of January, and it's probably such a whirlwind in the beginning that
it is.
You're thrown into
There's
February.
so many things you have to do, and you know, it's February before we turn around, and then we just don't have a lot of prep time, getting the girl really understanding what you need to know and about yourself as a competitor before you get to that Miss North Carolina stage. So it's really more about trying to get our girl prepared and be the best she can be in June. So this year's going to be an interesting year for us. The girl that's crowned this year, January 26th, will only have 10 months as Miss Goldsboro. So for 1 year, we'll have 2 pageants in 1 year. So November, we'll hold the pageant again.
And then every year
and then from that point forward, it'll always be in November.
That makes a lot of sense. I think that will be very
that's the
advantageous for your contestants and for your winner. So
it's going to be hard on the committee trying to plan 2 pageants in 1 year, and it's going to be hard on our sponsors trying to decide how they want to do that. You know, whether they want to sponsor twice in 1 year, if they have to skip a year, or whatever they need to do, we understand. But we just felt like long term, this is the most beneficial to our girls year after year.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
And for our viewers, I would make sure to mention to you January the 26th.
7 o'clock p.m.
7 p.m. Thank you. And you can get your tickets online, MissGoldsboro.com. You can find out where to purchase your tickets. You can also get them at the door, but I would just encourage you to do that early as you were sold out last year.
5 o'clock is when the tickets will go on sale, those that we have left.
If you have any left. So definitely do that in advance.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on WGTV each and every day, but thanks for being here today.
That's right, certainly. Looking forward to it.
With us, it is a Thursday. It is January 24th, close to the end of the month.
That's right.
You know, the last day of the month is a week from today.
Gosh, January went just like that. Wasn't it just Christmas last week? It sure felt like it.
Last week, yeah. Yeah, it was, as a matter of fact.
Man, time flies.
Well, it does fly. And moving along into the year, Wayne County Reads has made their selection of their latest book. And I mentioned this a little while ago. The name of the book is Bless Me Ultima. It's the first book of a trilogy written by a gentleman by the name of Rudolfo Anaya. And there's a lot of activity involved with this book. The kickoff will be on February 4th, coming up at 7 o'clock at Moffett Auditorium at Wayne Community College. The book will be available that evening. The kickoff talk will be a discussion on Latino migration to North Carolina by Hannah Gill. That will be again on February 4th at 7 p.m. at Moffett Auditorium.
Wonderful. Well, Wayne, if you want to learn the soft skills that the employers want, they're holding a seminar at Wayne Community College, and nowadays, you know, with people looking jobs, this should be a great opportunity. It's Monday, January the 28th, this coming Monday, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Wayne Community College. The Wayne Business and Industry Center at Wayne Community College has scheduled 5 sessions of soft skill training for the spring semester. Participants will learn about work relationships, interviewing, communications, critical thinking, teamwork, and other skills that employers want people to learn. Completers of the class leave with a certificate, well, that's great, a finished resume, an application tool, a full soft skills evaluation. Okay, so after you've gone through it, I guess they'll evaluate you and give you tips on how to improve.
You know,
that's great.
I had Ms. Ivy in from the Business and Industry Center.
Diane Ivy?
I had Diane Ivy in a couple of days ago, and she was telling me that there are people who go through these classes. It turns out they end up doing well with their math. They end up doing well with their sentence structure and wording, writing proposals and such.
But the interview skills are just...
Interview skills are terrible. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to conduct themselves, and sometimes they don't show up wearing the proper clothing.
Right.
They don't know how to be interviewed.
Well, these classes were developed and by input from local business owners. Local industry gave their input of what they're looking, what they need, and the things that they've seen when people come to interview. And so they had their input, and these classes were directed a lot around that. And they're going to take place, let's see, January 28th through February the 1st. And the list goes on of how long they last, but they start January 28th.
Next week.
And there's different sessions. Classes are taught 9:30 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And Friday is reserved for appointments for mock interviews. Oh, that's fantastic. There's no charge for this.
Really?
That's amazing.
Wow.
No charge, but pre-registration is required. You can contact Jenna Cantwell at Mount Olive College.
And Jenna's been in with us as well.
Yes.
So this is a great opportunity.
That's great. Yes.
And it's free.
It's free. Don't cost a thing. And they're going to offer 5 sessions on different topics. And like I said, these topics were given through input with our local business owners right here in the community.
That starts Monday. So
that's right.
Today's Thursday. You need to get on the ball here and either call or talk to somebody out there about that.
That's right.
It starts Monday. All right. Black History Month is February. That begins, February, of course, beginning next Friday. February will be a busy month at the Senior Center, celebrating Black History Month. Wednesday, February 13th at 10:30, they'll have exhibitions and information on local black leaders. Refreshments will be served. And on the first 3 Tuesdays at 10:30, they're going to run Black History Trivia Challenge. Plans are in the process to have a Saturday program involving music and dance. Anyway, all these programs are free and open to the public. If you want information, call Aaron at the Senior Center at 705-1785.
And stay tuned. There'll be several other things happening throughout the month that will be in celebration of Black History Month. So we'll be sharing those with you.
All right.
That's right. And don't forget, at the Arts Council of Wayne County, Monday, January 28th, this coming Monday at 5 o'clock, youngsters ages 14 to 18 have the opportunity to paint pop portraits with Luann Smith.
Paint pop portraits?
Can you say that 3 times?
No!
Yes, they can. Children will create an Andy Warhol type painting series using a photo of themselves, which ought to be kind of neat.
That should be kind of neat, yeah.
You can call the Arts Council at 736-3300 for additional information. Wow, that'll be fun.
That will be fun.
That's right.
Yes, I never tried to paint a pop.
Well, I have not either, but you know, a pop of yourself. Because remember, they're taking in portraits of the pictures of themselves.
No, that's true. That's true. Okay, very good. Who's next?
I believe DAVIN is.
I believe he is. DAVIN MADDEN is the director of the Wayne County Health Department, and let's see what DAVIN had to say. Today we're talking with DAVIN MADDEN, the director for the Wayne County Health Department. DAVIN, thanks for being with us.
Good to be here.
I want to talk about, food, one of my favorite subjects. But in particular, when you're working and you're on a schedule and you're in a hurry, or perhaps students in school or in a hurry, they get home. Let's talk about fast food. Now, my theory as a layperson, my theory is you can eat anything you want to eat as long as you eat it in proper proportions.
Moderation.
Moderation, that's the key right there.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I agree.
You do?
To a certain extent.
To an extent, okay.
Yeah, you know how it is with public health officials. We always have a but somewhere.
Yeah, I
in there.
know.
There's always an exception
There's always.
or an amendment.
All right, so what is the general feeling or general consensus about fast foods among health professionals?
Well, I'll speak for me as a health professional.
Okay. All right.
I can't speak for other people, but I think that fast food is part of our culture. You know, the reality is fast food isn't going anywhere. What we have to do is try to modify our behavior to accommodate it into our lifestyle so that it doesn't have a negative impact on our lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And that goes with everything else. That mm-hmm. goes with so many other situations. But when it comes to food, the thing that I want people to think about is you have a choice every day as a consumer.
Right.
What to buy, how to buy it, so on. And my advice or my thoughts are not that it's you don't have to stop eating fast food. You don't have to stop eating a lot of things that we know taste good and we enjoy. The better thought and the direction is to try to make good, healthy selections every day in some proportion. By maybe, if your normal meal is maybe fast food in the morning, mm-hmm. fast food at lunch, mm-hmm. and maybe just a quick dinner to hold you over before bedtime. Instead of doing that every day, try to take one of those meals and incorporate a healthy, wholesome selection in there that is low in fat, low in sugar, higher in proteins, because that's what we need to push for health.
And that's going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, I got to just say, like I said, if as the health director of this county, it's not just fast food. It's not just that. It's our sedentary lifestyle. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we're at 74% of our county is obese or overweight.
3/4 of this county's overweight?
3/4. And and we can't target one thing and say it's this or that.
Yeah.
But what it is, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what we need to talk about. Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Okay.
And food is a good segue into lifestyle because that's the one thing that we're going to have every day, right?
Right.
I mean, there's a few things you can kind of bet on, but almost everybody eats every day. They tell you exercise at least 3 times a week.
Right.
But you're going to eat every day.
Yeah, that you are. That's good. Okay. All right. It's not that we abuse fast food.
I think we do.
We abuse
the convenience of it is to the point that not just fast food, but processed foods. Frozen foods, quick fix entrees, those things. I mean, they'll sustain you, but they're not necessarily all good for you.
Right.
And we're in a agricultural society. Especially here, we have wonderful farmers. We have a lot of foods that are grown locally, and I say locally, I don't mean just in Wayne. I mean in adjacent counties nearby.
Sure.
We're a very rich and blessed county in North Carolina to have access to all this healthy food, fresh produce, grown locally.
No question about it.
But at the same time, in the southeastern part of North Carolina, we have some of the highest rates of obesity and diabetes and so on. Heart disease.
Because of lifestyle.
And lifestyle.
The foods we eat and the way we live, our sedentary lifestyle.
And people, there's a two-way process of this that we have to understand. Yes, people have their accountability for the way, what they eat, how they eat, what kind of lifestyle they lead as far as activity. But at the same time, there's the other side of the coin. You can't just tell a person you got to do better and walk away. We have to kind of ensure that there's options out there.
That's right.
Because you can tell a person you need to walk more, but do they have a place to walk? You can tell a person to eat better, but do they have access to healthier foods?
You're right.
So that's really the big crux of the problem. That remember I talked one time about community partner collaboration.
Yes.
And that was kind of a vague topic a little bit, and we kind of chewed around with it. But that's where all this comes together, community involvement. Getting the people in the community, individual people, along with all of our partners, to just drive a mindset. And we're seeing it change. People are becoming more health conscious. They might not be health fanatics, but that's okay. We don't have to be a health fanatic to be healthy. You just have to be health conscious.
Okay. Right.
Like I said, instead of eating, you know, bad processed or things like that 3 times a day, try to limit yourself to maybe twice a day, once a day. Try to find an activity that you enjoy. You don't have to be at the gym, you know, lifting weights, but you know, maybe you can go walk. All those little things. The means is there, but we can always do a little better on our options. But we could also do a little better on our thought process, and that's where I think we come together with a chance to succeed.
So you don't have to change 180 degrees all of a sudden.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's just like when people that want to lose weight and they go on a diet for a few weeks or a few months and they drop weight, and then later on, you know, they're back to their normal weight or whatever weight they were prior. You know, it's unrealistic to ask people to take a lifestyle that they've developed for their whole life and then think they're going to change that in a couple of weeks. But that health conscious mentality will constantly keep reminding you that, hey, I have the power to make a different decision in what I do.
Right.
And what I do for the people around me and how I do, you know, as far as your neighbors or people that you can get active with, it takes that support to make it successful.
Okay, so.
That's a lot of stuff, isn't it?
That's heavy. That's really heavy stuff.
Yeah, heavy.
I'm telling you. So just because that double cheeseburger has lettuce and tomato on it, which is really healthy, doesn't mean that it's the whole thing is healthy.
No.
So just kind of take it easy on that and eat something else during the day that might be considered a little more healthy.
Let healthy options be part of your normal eating routine.
Healthy options. Healthy.
Let it be part of your eating routine. Because we're talking about a heavy subject, and no pun intended, because we're 3/4 of the county is facing health issues,
You're
right?
a funny guy.
So, but really, I mean, that is what it is. We're seeing a change in our health demographics. People's mindset, they're changing.
Yeah.
But the only way to constantly help support that change is to keep people aware of what they need to be conscious of, what they need to think about when they make those decisions. They make the decisions. You can't make the decisions for people, but you can help empower them to make good decisions. Maybe you're going to make them every day or maybe every time, but every time they make one good decision, they have foregone making one bad decision.
And I know this sounds like
Is that too philosophical?
That's deep. This is a silly question. It sounds silly, but I mean it sincerely.
Okay.
Why do we want to do this? Why? Longer life? See our kids graduate from high school?
Oh,
or
yes.
college?
Every one of those things. It's quality of life. The term we use in public health is quality of life.
Yeah.
We want everyone in this community to have a better quality of life. Yeah. Some people have a fantastic quality of life. Some people don't have a quality of life at all. But every time we take one step in that direction, we're improving quality of life for everybody. You know, it gets down to a lot of times very simply that a healthy community is an economically vibrant community, because healthier people miss less days at work. They can do a lot of different jobs. A lot of times that stems into workforce, and all that drives our economy, that drives our community, and all that. Every time that stays positive, the community is able to provide better. It's able to provide those options we talked about, increasing options, increasing mindset.
All right. DAVIN MADDEN is the director of the Wayne County Health Department, and he's suggesting that you think about what you're doing. Think about it. And eat healthy.
Be health conscious.
Be health conscious.
You don't have to be a health fanatic.
Just be health conscious.
And you don't have to turn your life around in one moment. Because, you know, we do that. We get fed up sometimes with the way we're living or, you know, our weight, and we're going to make this, I mean, a New Year's resolution is a good example. We're going to make an immediate change.
It doesn't work.
No, you got to make a change when it comes to lifestyle is a continuous thing. You don't get to a point that you stop. You just keep it going, and each step you make hopefully is an improvement towards your quality of life.
If you could only clone yourself into about 130,000 people, there would be 130,000 DAVIN MADDENs, and you would go to each person in Wayne County, because what you're saying just makes so much sense.
Well,
you
man,
go.
if we have 130,000 of me, they won't be anybody in North Carolina.
You know what? DAVIN is the health director for Wayne County. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Wayne. I enjoy it.
All right.
Thank you so much for that interview with Dave, and he always gives us information that we need to know about keeping ourselves healthy and keeping our community healthy.
Tell you a secret about DAVIN.
What's the secret?
The first time he ever came in to do an interview, he was a little nervous.
Was he?
He's got over it real
He's
quick.
not anymore.
No, he's fine. He's a great guy. He's very knowledgeable, and we have had a chance to talk to DAVIN, and he's very smart. He's got good plans for the health department and for the health of the ongoing health of Wayne County.
That's right. That's great.
Great guy. All right, tax returns. It's that time. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
AARP tax volunteers will be at the Veterans Building at 2001D East Ash Street, coming up on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 9 until 5:30, beginning next week, beginning next Wednesday, I guess, and ending. They'll be there until April 10th. Now, taxes will be done on a first-come, first-served basis, with seniors receiving priority. No appointments will be given. The AARP tax assistants will need your W-2s, your Form 1099s, and proof of Social Security income. Bring proof of donations, vehicle taxes, home taxes, mortgage interests, and out-of-pocket medical expenses. Each taxpayer must bring a Social Security card and bring a photo ID. This begins next Wednesday at the Veterans Building at 2001D East Ash Street, right next to the Senior Center. Okay, but seniors will receive priority. However, that tells me that they'll do others as well.
Wonderful. That's great.
That's what it says.
Well, don't forget this weekend there's so many things happening, but the Stony Creek Trail has having its fix-up day.
Oh yeah.
So don't forget about that. They're meeting at 8 o'clock. They're giving you a free T-shirt and water, and they want you to come out and bring your clippers and come out and help them clean up that bike trail. That bike trail that you and I need to take our bicycles out to eventually.
Sure. Oh, sure. Yeah, you have a new bike.
I got a bike for Christmas, and I need to ride it. You know, it's not going to do me any good, Wayne, sitting up there looking pretty.
I could take my Harley out there.
You may go a little faster than I may then.
I don't think they'll let me on that.
I don't think so
No,
either.
I don't think so either. That's beside the point. Anyway, look, join us every day, by
That's
the
right.
way, Monday through Friday here at 7 a.m. on WGTV Today. That's Wayne Goldsboro Television Today. We're here every Monday through Friday.
Yes, we are.
And if you have to, if you miss it at 7 o'clock, it reruns at noon, and then again at 5:30, and then again later in the evening.
You can also go to the City or the County's website and click on the YouTube icon, and it'll take you straight to our YouTube channels where all these videos and the different show dates are collected.
So if you can handle it, if you can stand it, it is a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here, and I appreciate your joining us, and we thank you very much for that. So until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.